doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing better than I was when I was playing. My health is getting better.
So you know these two very well, correct?
Oh, I've known all of these people for many years. I've been playing for over 60-some years now.
I know we don't have favorites, but who do you think has the more probability based on overall statistics?
I would base Joe Tamura. To me, I worked with Joe when he was younger. We played together quite a bit, and my personal feeling on it is Joe has more of the advantage. Not much, but I feel he does.
And is that based on overall experience throughout the years and knowledge, or time on the table?
Not so much the table, more experience, knowledge. They're both very experienced. They're both very knowledgeable. But as far as your being able to commit to the game and be consistent, I put that on Joe.
Okay, so tenacity and consistency.
Oh yes, very much so.
All right, well, let's see what happens here.
It's going to be a very interesting match.
These days, any match is an interesting match.
Yeah. I mean, James broke a dry rack.
There's a nice angle there that he can get around to. There's a nice angle there that he can get around to.
Yeah, he's got the 8-ball there. He'd have to skip, and then he's got to squeeze by that 4-ball down there. Now he's just going to play it safe and come across. Yeah, a little.
Stay down, gotta bear down.
Yeah, got to bear down, but early jitters, just getting started, and things. That always makes things like that.
Wow, he went for the cheese there. I didn't see that.
I didn't either at first. He's got a good open table here.
But he's got a bit of an angle on the third.
He could stop it. Yeah. Now he's sitting real well to come up on the 4 to the 5.
What do you think about these Aramith balls?
Yeah, they threw me off as well.
I was not expecting that 4 to be the 4.
I know. Yeah, the 5 is actually the purple ball.
Correct.
And the 4 is the pink ball. So it threw me off when I played on it as well. So those are the only two you really have to keep in your mind. Yeah, I've known Joe for close to 30 years, and I've known your opponent, Aaron, for over 40-some years. So,
The kids that pool scene is actually quite poppin'.
yeah, yes, it is.
Joe left James pretty open here.
Mhm.
What a shot. Use that rail
Ooh.
pretty
Ooh, I think he took that for granted.
He forced it.
Yeah, he rushed himself, took that for granted a little bit.
It's easy to say as commentators, but on a shot like that, you just kind of let the rail do the work, right?
I beg
Oh,
your pardon?
wow. On a shot like the one that James had, you let the rails do the work.
Yeah, you love that. The angle, play the angle and play the rail. Yeah. You always want to use the angles to your advantage to get to your next shots.
Joe got the cheese.
Mm-hmm. So are you looking forward to your match?
Looking forward to it is one way to say it. I'm just happy to be playing.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm very happy to be playing.
So when James was playing, he struck the cue ball pretty solid towards the center of the table, and the same with Joe.
Mm-hmm. Right. That is true. Joe was playing the one ball in the side pocket on that break. It just it hit the rail and came back across. Yeah.
I feel like he's going to play safety here.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Run the one ball up to the 8 and slide it behind the 4 ball. Or 5 ball, rather. Oh, he went the long way. Ooh.
No love.
Yeah. Myself, I like the hitting the 8 ball, let the 8 ball kill the movement of the 1 ball, and have the cue ball come right behind the 5 on that shot.
At that angle, you might risk selling out. You might risk selling out either to the side, depending if you're hitting it hard or soft. You might sell out to the side or the corner pocket, but
That's true. Yeah, it all depends on what you feel most comfortable with as well.
yes. It's pretty fantastic that Baldwin sponsored these balls.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was a great thing.
He got a little love here.
Yeah, he did get a little up. I think he can come off the rail and kick it down table and leave the cue ball up here. I can't really see the overview of it, but it looks like he's got enough room to hit the rail first, spin into the 4, kick it down, leave the cue ball up here on this end rail. Mm-hmm.
Just
Very
like
nice,
that.
very nicely done.
However, there's another safety here.
A big one.
There's another safety here that James.
Depends if that ball's fluid on the rail or not. The problem with that shot is a double kiss. If you hit it too solid, you double kiss it, and you could end up right in that corner pocket.
that was the safety that I was thinking.
But let's see, you should go down to hit that shot. If you hit that
Too full.
too full,
Oh, it could
then they'll
kick it right into the corner. You're right. He hit that perfect speed.
Nice touch. One great hit. It's a very, very good hit. Nice shot.
And he's got a solid angle on this board to get down to the 5. If he can,
He might have to put a little.
if he can avoid the 9, is that what you're thinking?
If he uses a little bit of left on it, and he should be able to come up past the side pocket and get right on that 5 with the angle that he has. He's center diamond.
Oh, he played a safety.
Wasn't comfortable with it. I can see what he's doing. It didn't. It's not feasible to me.
Do you think that Joe is going to play off the rail? Oh, no. He did not realize the 5, I don't think.
I think he forgot the 5 was there. Very, very nice shot. It's going to be a tough 6 ball.
Yes. He has a little view on it.
It's off the rail just a little bit, so he can hit the ball first if he has to and spin into it.
Is this one of those center ball shots? No? Oh, he spun it. What's... Spin it in. Boy, it's hard to see the angles here. However, this is a beautiful setup that Lee has.
Very nice setup. My main game is one pocket, and I switched. I got bored, so I started playing one pocket, and the game is phenomenal. It'll improve any game you ever play. You'll learn more about banks than you can imagine.
You have to learn every aspect of the game. You have to learn everything that you can do at the table.
Have you ever played one pocket?
I've been watching, and I've been learning, and I've been reading, so studying. I haven't built up. I'm still working on my regular pool game.
Aren't we all? And I've been playing 62 years, and I'm still working on my game. But when I got sick, my game took a big hit. So
Nice break. But look at you. You're a fighter. You're a survivor. You got
69 years old, so.
plenty of pool left.
Oh, yeah. I recently took, believe it or not, up snooker
Now, where do you play snooker out here?
out in Belfair.
Okay.
We have a friend that has a 5x10 that plays beautiful with 300 cloth on it. And we get together once or twice a week out there, a bunch of us, and we play snooker and we play golf. And we have a great time, feast and everything.
It's a party every week, huh?
Yep, very much so.
All right. So Joe's got he's got a little bit of a challenge. He's got to spin that around. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought he was going to tap the 5.
Oh, yeah.
He spun that ball around.
Joe is very good at moving that ball. I hear he could play it 2 different ways. He could play it in the corner, right, bring the cue out to the end rail and come back up. Or he could go on this side.
I have a feeling he's going to go on the side.
Yeah, but you got to let the cue ball go more.
Like let go of your stroke a little. Ooh.
That was good. Left him a little more cut than I think he would have liked.
I think the 9's going to go in the same pocket.
No.
Beautifully
Well, Joe
done.
takes a 3-0 lead. He's trying to control this quite well. You play out of Tacoma?
Currently I play very rarely, but I do play at a friend's place and sometimes 15th Street.
Oh, yeah, 15th Street, yeah. Played a lot of one pocket there. Before they took all the big tables out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I miss having that option.
Well, they got them up there on the hill now.
Mm-hmm. At the clubhouse.
Yeah. I'm hoping that when they open their new place they're talking about in 5,
Mm-hmm.
that they put some 4.5, put some 4.5 by 9s in there, because we don't have a lot of places for 4.5 by 9s.
Very true.
They're gonna have I heard they're gonna have the next big tournament they're gonna have at the clubhouse is going to be a handicap tournament.
Based on your Fargo.
Hmm?
Based on your Fargo.
Yeah, based on Fargo.
Going back to your earlier comment, you said that Joe has a lead of 3-0. A really good friend of mine gave me a solid piece of advice. He said that when you do find that you have a lead, such as this, you don't want to, try your best to run out and just, keep aggressive. You want to, in his words,
Play smart.
protect your house, protect your home. And just that one little piece of advice did wonders for me when I'm playing races with friends.
Yeah, don't try to be over-creative.
Yes.
You do, the over-creativeness is,
It's a trap.
it's what?
It's a trap.
It can be, yes.
Driving me crazy. Can't. I think it's messing with my game. First time I've ever done that.
Joe has a nice starter ball here. To get down to the, I have 3 balls still out there, excuse me.
I was going to say.
He's going to have to stroke the heck out of this ball to get there. It's going to take a heck of a stroke.
I think it's going to be a 3-railer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He got
He got a little lucky here.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a roll on that one. Left James a heck of a cut on this ball.
Now, do you take the cut here or do you play it safe?
Depends on how confident you are in your game. Personally, the way it's been going, I would have played a safe and ran my cue ball back round table, back down there where the 9 and the 5 are.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of trying to cut the ball in, because he hasn't getting any rolls. He hasn't had a chance to get a stroke going.
Yes. This table does play beautifully.
Yeah, it does play nice. It just needs a little tweaking done to it, from what I understand. It's an absolutely gorgeous diamond table, though. Look at this roll.
This is
Look at
not
this.
normal. This is not very characteristic.
Joe might have just opened the door.
That is not a Joe Tamura shot.
No, not at all. But it happens to the best of us.
And the not so best of us.
That's true.
I think he's okay. I think he's all right here.
He's going to have to load up on it. I think he's okay. Oh, God.
You know, and he didn't leave it pretty.
Mm-hmm. See, when things roll bad, they roll bad. And he's not getting that chance to get things turned around for himself.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not in his head. I'm not in his head, but I felt the pain of that shot.
Oh, yes,
because,
absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the casting a little bit of doubt before you take that shot that makes it rattle, I think.
Yeah. And the other thing is that sometimes you need to stop, stand up, back away from the shot, and then readdress your shot.
Yes.
See, think wrong.
Too quiet without these.
What you just said is something that a lot of players have to practice, learning how to reassess.
Reassess their shots.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. That's very, very important. Be able to reassess your shot. If you go down on a shot and you're not exactly sure or you feel uncomfortable, it's best to stand back up and readdress your shot.
Like practicing your shot routine or engaging your shot routine again or redoing it just to make sure you're committed.
Right. When you drop down to shoot your shot, you have to have that conviction in you when you go to shoot that shot. You can't have any doubt in your mind as to, well...
Choose a path, take it.
Right, exactly.
That's a nice break.
He didn't get rewarded too well on that, though. One ball kind of laid up with that 5. But we have a match now. We have 3-1. Joe Tamura leading.
As a one pocket player, what do you see here?
As a one pocket player, I would sit there and feather the 1 ball toward the rail and leave the cue ball up here on the end rail. Because
He's going the other way
yeah.
than what you would do. Oh,
Yeah.
that works.
But see, if you go the other way, and you feather it, you're pushing the balls together onto the rail so that if by chance to get a shot, they have no shot to shoot if you give them ball in hand.
Gotcha.
Trying to take away that extra.
Any opportunity.
Right.
There's one of my favorite tools, the bridge.
One of my least favorite.
Oh,
That's about it. Okay. James has a nice open table here. He's got a chance to get himself right back in this match now.
yes. Yep. I see a nice little gentle follow on that 1 to get to the 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
The idea would maybe to get straight, but if not, you can.
Follow
That-
it down and
yeah.
come right back up.
That 3 ball
Mhm.
goes anywhere at this point.
Oh my God.
I think we found our double pocket.
Yep. Just a lack of, he's having trouble focusing in right now with this game, because I know James's game very well as well. And that's not common in his game either.
No, he shot that, and it looked like he was very confident
Mhm.
and ready.
Looking and feeling can be two different things, though.
Who are you telling?
Double, yep.
And he got a rail.
Yeah. See,
But he also left him with shot.
yeah, I would have shot it the same way Joe did. I would have tried to come off the second rail where I would have kicked it toward the middle of the table instead of down table.
Now that was a pretty solid stroke.
Very nice. He's looking at running the cue ball 2 rails. I don't know. That 6 ball, I can't tell how that's sitting on that rail.
There's a little room.
Little.
A little room.
He might try to brush it.
But that's pretty tricky
Mm.
if you try to. If you tried to brush that,
He could have missed it.
absolutely.
The angle wasn't there to brush it, really.
No.
He could have, but it wasn't really there.
This shot all the way down can be pretty tricky because you're on the other side of the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he just
Yeah.
made it look like it was nothing.
Look where his cue ball is.
And that's easy. I'm,
When your
I'm kidding.
When your nerves are there and everything else, it's a little bit different.
This is a dangerous shot to take.
Very.
You have to let that ball go. Ooh.
He has to go that
And
way.
this is, that's exactly what I
Yeah,
was
look at-
concerned about. You have to let that ball go wild and
Yeah, that's the bad thing about those shots. If you can't play a leave on it or something, you've got to let that cue ball. You got to take it around the table, and you're leaving that ball wide open. All right, we got a 4-1 lead. Joe Tamura in the lead. Almost to the halfway point here. One thing about Joe,
got a little tricky there. He has I don't believe he can see that too.
well, he can't see the two. He'd have to kick at it or jump, which there's no jump there.
Or push.
He's going to have to roll out
Mm-hmm.
or try to hit the ball. I don't like his chances to hitting the ball and coming out very good.
No.
A rollout is his best option here.
Which is exactly what he's doing.
See, and when Joe is on his game, Joe can play right with the best of them up there.
If I were in James's position at this point, I feel that it's important to tell myself that I don't care what the gap is right now. I don't care that I'm, down 1-4.
Mm.
I need to take advantage of every single opportunity I can take, period.
Oh, absolutely, because you have to find a way to get back into the game.
But where he was, I would have played a safety. I wouldn't. Well, unless he's really confident with Banks.
You have to sit there and take advantage of it. But something like that shot there, sometimes you're going to have to duck and try to create something. So make the other person get offhand.
Exactly, make it challenging.
Mm-hmm.
He got on that 6 pretty good. He was contemplating going to the opposite side, but he would have had to draw perfectly. Oh.
Oh, there he goes again. He left him a shot, but not as easy as you would think. So he's going to have to still get on that 7.
And again, the cut shot, you have to let that cue ball roll.
Well, if you cut it, you have to use a little left on it, but not a lot, and try to hit the rail and then let the cue ball come back between the 8 and the 7 so you can get a shot on the side pocket. You see
I see what you're saying.
Because of the angle he's working with. It's a very tough angle for the way the balls are sitting.
That level of precision is pretty tough. I don't know. I'm going to admit, I doubt that I'd be able to just do that easily, just as easily as you said it.
Yeah. And I can't see if the 7 passes the 8 ball into the corner or not. That's why I mentioned the shot I just said. The other option for James is to try to play it safe.
No. Could there be a two-way here where he follows the 6 but banks it to the other end, and if by some chance he misses, he at least leaves the cue ball back at this rail.
Okay. See, he decided to duck on that.
But I believe he gave him a window.
Yeah, he left him a window with a bank into
With
the
the
side
bank,
pocket.
yes. Little punch draw.
Yeah, it's all normal roll from here. He's got a little angle on the 8 going in the corner. He can just hit that with high English, hit the rail, come right back down for the 9. He doesn't have to overplay it. He might draw it too, I don't know.
It looks like he is going to draw it.
Yeah.
Beautifully done.
Oh, yes. Nicely. All right, we have a 5-1 lead by Joe Tamura. One thing there is that you need to remember is that in Joe's instance, he doesn't want to be overcautious right now. He's got a 5-1 lead, but the worst thing you can do right now is try to protect that lead by being overcautious and trying to play too many saves and stuff, because that can get you out of your game too.
Yes, it will.
You want to play your game. Always play your game, no matter if you're practicing or you're in a match. Play your game.
But you really have to know yourself, and you really have to know and trust your ability.
That's
and
part of playing your game.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you assess the shot. If there's a greater percentage that you may not make it and you won't be able to see the run out, then that's where I feel like with the lead like that, you have to protect your house by playing something.
You have to sit
safe.
and make your patterns, and you have to feel comfortable with your patterns. That's very, very, very important. Here he didn't get a good break. Didn't get a good lay on the break. And it's going to make an extremely hard cut shot there, which I don't think would be wise. Myself, I would clip the 1, hit the rail, and put the cue ball on the other side of the 6 ball.
I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just like that. He was a little weak. He got a little weak on it. But
Now this shot for James, he can execute this pretty easily, and it's just
you just got to hold that cue ball a little bit for that deuce.
and the 2 does go past the 7.
The deuce does go by the 7, yes. His concern right now is trying to hold that cue ball without scratching in the side.
Inside English.
Yeah, but he's got a pretty big angle there. So he might have try something else here. I'm not sure, but yeah, he was going to try something else. Yeah, that worked out well for him, though. That worked out quite well.
Maybe because at this angle, I see Joe playing another safety, pretty similar to the one that he shot earlier, where
That would be a little bit harder on this shot because of the speed of the cue ball. You have to punch it a little bit or slide it behind the 8. He decided to punch it down table. Which, he left James an open shot.
as long as he doesn't get too squirrely, he'll make the shot and then shoot the 2 in the side.
Oh, he got a roll. He got a good roll there. Because he had to float the ball in so he could keep a line on that deuce. Okay.
Well, looks like we got some action.
Mm-hmm. One thing about this table is the ball comes off the rail a little strange at times.
Noted. In that case, I'm wondering if James forced the English instead of trusting.
No,
It came off a little squirrely. Okay.
it's the table. Yeah. Newer felt. So, but if you get too much side on the cue ball, it has a tendency to just sit there and spin on you and not go nowhere. So you really have to make sure that you hit that ball with top and left side. Safety. Very nice. Very well.
Very smart.
Very well played. Very nicely played. Behind the 8. Yep.
Oh,
Ooh.
no love here.
Well, that was a great shot, but he didn't come out off that rail to get a shot on that 7 ball.
He had to put a lot of action on that 6. He had to put a lot of spin.
So-
Yeah. Which, when it came off the rail, it killed it.
I don't know if they're letting him use jump cues or not. Evidently not.
Wow.
He definitely got a roll there. That was a nice hit.
He meant that 100%. Here, I would just let that cue ball go right off that rail.
Just a little bit of right. Yeah, I
There
see
you
that, just a
go.
hair bit of right on that, just to carry it down a little bit.
This is where it's tricky. Like,
Let's see, Joe. We play snooker together.
oh,
Every week.
okay.
So,
So he's part of the snooker crew.
Oh, yeah, so is Aaron. We invite out everybody. We have a great time.
I'm gonna have to crash that party sometime.
No, you should. You'd have a lot of fun.
I always have
We
fun.
always have lots to eat.
I'm in.
You know, drinks, you want snacks, we have that. His wife, Vince's wife, makes all sorts of stuff at times and brings out hot plates and everything, chips.
It's a
fruit,
party.
Vegetables.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have all sorts of stuff. So, and it is a 5x10 snooker table.
So it's an ocean. So it's an ocean.
No, that's the 6x12.
Where did I see a snooker table? Oh, I recently saw one in Oregon. And now I wish I knew. I think that one is a 5x10. I don't think I've ever. Okay, so I've never seen a 6x12 then.
Okay, 6x12. It looks like a football field.
Okay. It's perspective. The 5x10 to me is still huge.
Yeah, it's not when you play on it, a couple times a week. It's not quite as bad as what you think. But a 6x12, oh, that can be a total nightmare.
Now, forgive me for being naive. Now, is the 6x12 considered the Chinese snooker?
No, that's the it's European.
European?
Yeah,
Okay.
European, yes. China, they play 8-ball
Okay.
on a 5x10
Oh.
with snooker rails and pockets.
Got it. Okay.
In fact, just before I came here, I was watching Shane Van Burney playing Chinese 8-ball on a 5x10 with snooker rails and pockets. Playing Jake Boys.
Oh.
Now, on the table we play on, out there playing snooker, that ball would have been all the way at the other end of the table.
Because of for what I understand, the pockets are curved.
Yes.
And so they're really bouncy. So if you're not making it in, if you're not precise, you're out of there.
Yeah. And the felt, 300 felt, is the fastest felt there is. Shooting the way they're shooting, that ball could take 4 banks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Joe's got to load up here to hold the cue ball. Go 2 rails. He'll be right on the 6. That was interesting. I would have been more deliberate on that shot and gone for the 2-rail shape instead of just that 1 rail. He could play this kind of a 2-way. He could play it kind of behind the 8 and 9 in case he misses. He jumped
And
at it.
yeah,
We got
but he got lucky here. I was going to say, and he got love though.
He jumped at that though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now,
But it was a smart shot. But if he would have played it where the cue ball goes to the rail side of the 8-9, he could have filed behind him. Still had a shot at the 7, even if this, and if he missed, he'd be safe.
he decided to go for the tougher way. Oh wow, look at this.
Oh my lord.
Who is
Oh,
this
my
guy?
Lord. When you get a roll, you get a roll. don't get a roll, you don't get a roll. And then he got safe. I'll be turn. Yeah, he got safe. It could be made, but he's going to have to throw the ball. Going to masse a little bit around that. The only problem with the masse from that distance, if you don't know how to masse a ball and make it straighten out right after you curve it. See, that's the whole thing on those shots, because it's so far of a distance. Masses are very, very unique shots, and you have to go out, project outward, and then when you hit it, it takes its curve, and then it straightens out. That's how you hit the ball in order to do that. And that's one of the type shots you have to use on this one. Or try to do a long sliding masse, keeping your stick down low.
At my level, because I can't masse, I can masse on accident, but I would try to go, ooh, see, you don't want to sell it like that. I would have tried to, I would have executed the shot by going rail first, since the 7 is pretty much in the jaws of that pocket. You just have to know exactly where you want to hit.
Believe it or not, you can masse. It's easier to do common small masses when you don't realize it. Oh, this is not looking good. Not looking good.
No, he put a little too much on that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. He was standing in the way. I couldn't see it.
Oh. Wowzers. I said, wow, both of the players seem to be having some trouble finding the speed that they want.
Even though you get, when you get on a table that you don't play on constantly all the time, all tables have quirks.
Yes.
Quirks about them.
Yes.
And so you have to be conscious of that while you're playing all the time. It's and every table plays differently.
In which case, if you know this and if you're on unfamiliar territory, then keep it simple. Trust yourself that you can make difficult shots. You don't have to be absolutely perfect.
You should keep it simple. Perfect shape is not what you want.
No, you want
comfortable shape.
Comfortable shape, yes.
Comfortable shape, not perfect shape.
You want doable. I mean,
yeah.
You know,
well,
gosh, Joe could have made the 8 ball dang near almost anywhere on the long side of the table. But
and when James shot at that 8 ball or 7 ball and tried to masse it, he tried to do a slider masse, which project the ball out long and then get it to break.
So I'm signing up for your masse clinic. Okay, deal.
We have a dry break again. Okay. He's going to have to draw this ball down the rail.
That too.
Ooh. See, and that's the thing about shots like that. You know you have to draw that ball down, but then again, you know, you're taking a chance by doing it. because you're throwing so much English on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
When you throw that much English on the ball, it can sit there and throw your shot. So you have to.
Or if you're thinking,
Yeah.
if you're thinking about your leave and your shot at the same time, you
You
know,
can miss it.
you're absolutely so commit to the shot in front of you, and trust that your
Right.
assessment is going to leave you the right leave. Where does that 2 go, though?
The 2 goes past the 6 ball.
Okay, it does? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it does go past the 6. This is going to be a precarious shot because the balls are bunched down there.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just cut that one ball
And miss that.
and expect to get perfect shape on that deuce or even close, because how the balls are sitting, you could knock it over behind another ball. That's going to be very, very a real touch shot.
Yes,
You got it. Managed to use that
4.
5 ball.
Or 5. Gosh, see?
Yeah, the 5 ball.
I'm going to have to get used to that. He also created another problem for himself with the 4-5.
Well, you could create. It might have created a problem, but the thing of it is, you look at the table. The possibility of a table run is I'd say 15-20%, and that's getting a couple of really good rolls. I would definitely not even try. I would play
You
safe.
duck it.
Mm-hmm. Just like that.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm. But he opened that 5 ball, and that 3 ball goes straight past the 8. So if Joe makes that 2 and gets on that 3, he's got a chance to run out now.
He loaded that shot up.
Shooting off the rail, that always makes it a little, adds the difficulty factor more. It seems like James is rushing himself a little bit. He's not focusing in like he should. This is going to be a tough one here. He's got the 4 ball sitting on the end rail, and he's got the 8 ball right next to the 3. So trying to pocket the 3 and get around that 8 with some top spin to get on. And he might have to draw back and take a long shot. I don't know how he's going to do this, or float it. Floated it.
Oh,
And,
wow,
and he hit it
look at
perfect.
that.
Oh, he got that in there perfect. That was a
That
beautiful
was pro
shot.
speed.
Oh, yes. Beautiful shot.
Now, would he just have to stun this in? Would he just have to stun the 4 in to get shape on the 5
He's going to
without?
have to just slow roll it forward.
I'm wondering if he's got. Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Right, and now he's getting on the 6 because of the angle he has. He's got a lot of angle there.
So he must have been straight on that 4.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to try to hold that cue ball or not. I don't think he's going to try and go around table. It didn't work out for him last time.
Mm-hmm.
That's good angle. 2 rails to get on the 7.
Don't try to be perfect. Just be comfortable. No, he loaded that up with what looked like.
I couldn't really see the shot because Joe was in my way. But he was stretching quite a ways. He probably should have maybe used the bridge.
What looked like he was. What it looked like from where I'm sitting is that he wanted to draw it with angle so that he can get past the 8 onto the side. But that's tough.
You see how the cue ball just sat there and it didn't take off?
Mm-hmm.
It spun around and around.
Should we go ahead and get that cleaned? Get the cue ball cleaned, maybe?
That's not
That's
what
not-
causes that.
Oh, here we go.
It was the rail that caused that.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's not as easy as far as you think right there.
No, not at
Being
all.
right up close to it, right on the rail.
Nope. And for me, I would play a safety here.
No, he might, yeah. Put it on the end rail.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, I think what I would do, it's hard to say. I think
He's going for it.
No, I don't think so. Yep, he did.
And that is the issue here. There were two obstacles in his way, or 2 issues in his way. One was the potential scratch, and the other one was exactly that. Not
Yeah.
enough
Mhm.
oomph.
That was a nicely played shot right there. Nice come around.
He let go, got comfortable, and gave himself a chance.
Okay, that
Whew.
makes 6-3. Joe Tamura ahead 6. James Brewer's at 3. It's a halfway point. We're going to take a small break. Okay, we're ready to start here again. Mr. Brewer's break. Score 6-3. Let's see if James can turn things around here.
Looks like that little break outside. That looks like that little game break
Well, that's a great
worked
break.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great break. Beautiful table.
Might be a bit of a sharp angle on the 2, but he's got it.
He should be fine here. What? Oh, he tried to play the ball.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because I said that he got it.
Well, I was a little bit confused on how he played that shot. I didn't agree with that. Oh. Oh. And Joe got hooked on that 3 now, so.
I think we're going to witness a little magic here.
He's got the shot at a little tricky wood. Oh, beautiful shot.
Just like
Absolutely
that.
beautiful.
This here, just a little stun draw.
And possibly yes. Yeah.
Or not really.
Well, trying to hold that ball, he had a little angle there to do a little punch shot on that. It's still going to make that cue ball go down table a little. So he's better off just letting it go down and come back up.
Because if he did try to hold it too much, he could easily get trapped behind that 8, huh?
Mm-hmm. Now this one here, he could just, a nice little punch and slide the cue ball sideways. He doesn't even have to move it hardly at all. See?
That was perfect.
All right, now we have a 7-3 lead.
Thanks to Patrick Nix.
Oh. Thank you, Patrick Nix, for entering the raffle, purchasing a raffle ticket, and getting in on the future fun here.
Yeah, that Aaron Moss won it the last time, and you have an option of $200 cash or coming and playing one of the events and have your entry paid for. Oh, very nice break. Little sharp cut on the 1 with the deuce in the side, trying to hold that ball. And here's that same shot again that we talked about earlier, trying to hold that ball or letting it go around table.
What would you do?
And being a 1-pocket player, I'd bank the 1 ball back into the corner.
Mm-hmm.
He could also bank that 1 ball in the side and pull the cue ball this side of the 7 ball.
Like lock it up to that 7.
Yeah, he was going to try and lock him up.
Oh, very close.
No, he still has a full ball he can see. Just not the greatest looking shot. I mean, there's a lot of difficulties on the rail.
Joe got very close to locking it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That was a smart play on Joe's part.
Yes. No one has to like this kind of a shot from the rail. No one has to like this kind of a shot coming from the rail.
Mm. Yeah, this is not a great shot for Mr. Brewer. looks like he might have got him. I can't really see whether he can get by that 9 ball or not. Hard to say. I think he might be able to throw the ball just enough to clear the 9. Now see, I didn't know if that ball, I couldn't tell whether that ball was froze on the round or not.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he was trying to keep the ball coming straight up. Let's see, I don't agree with him putting the cue ball in that position.
And that far away.
No, I would come down on the other side, down where the 1 is, and hit the ball.
Yeah, you got to get closer to your work, right?
Yeah, you're fighting everything doing it that way. See, and he came short. But if you put the cue ball in the end rail right down there, you have more control of the cue ball without trying to overwork it. Letting the natural angle work for you. Yeah, he's still having a problem with getting too much English on his ball.
This isn't so terrible. I mean, let's see. It's hard to tell the angle, but if he would spin it down that rail, come all the way back down, is that a possibility? Like, okay, there we go. Well, he went the fancy way.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he could get in between.
No, actually, he went the safe way, where he's not going to get in trouble from the other balls.
Gotcha. So what did he hit there? Was that a
A lot of left low, basically like a center left, where he would hit the ball, it would hit the end row, and then reverse back, come back up.
Got it. Okay.
God.
He punched at that shot.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. He didn't.
No.
He poked it instead of getting a nice stroke on it. He poked it. I mean, look where the cue ball is compared to the 9.
He didn't like that. And again, that's a case where it's kind of like, keep it simple, keep it easy.
Yeah, he didn't try to commit himself to getting on that 9 at all. And that was a really a crucial game for him right there.
It's a challenge. It can be a challenge when your opponent's on the hill and it's your opponent's break.
Oh, absolutely. It can be a real challenge. I mean, he made some real nice shots to get there, and then he got to the ball before the 9, and he poked at it without stroking the ball, and by doing so, he missed the ball. Didn't even get shape on the 9 ball.
Well, at this point, you just have to stay focused and not give up. And should Joe give any kind of opportunity, capitalize.
Oh, yeah. You never give up. Never give up. Always playing. It might be discouraging, but you never want to give up.
No. And I mean, when you capitalize on something, it doesn't necessarily mean you just take the shot. You just have to maximize that opportunity. Oh, all right.
Oh.
Is
Well-
that the first break that was a scratch break?
Well, we have the hill match here. Joe Tamura at 8, and Brewer at 3.
I think that is the first scratch break that we've seen, no? That was the first scratch break?
No, there was one other one.
Okay.
See, and then this match here, see, you never give up because, see, this is winner break.
Yes.
See, and when you got winner break, you get in punch and stroke. You might run off 5-6 racks.
Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful shot.
Mm-hmm. Myself, I would try to just hold that cue ball. Yep, just like that.
Yep, give himself a chance to play off the rail into the...
Right, don't try to get over creative. Keep it simple.
Yes. Ooh.
This one here, he's going to have to do that. Do it and play in one pocket a lot. You load up and let that cue ball travel down rail. It's a soft touch shot.
Oh, he went a little too straight, but I think it's going to...
Oh, he's got a straight shot.
Oh, there's a window in between the 7-9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, there's a window
Ouch.
between 7-9. The thing of it is getting back on that 6. The angle does not look, from here, does not look very enticing at all. He might try to push through the ball and come down 2 rails or draw the ball back.
Oh, I ran into the 9, but...
Very nice shot. Very, very nice shot.
But he's all right. He can see the whole ball.
He's going to have to float it. Just a nice soft touch, a little bit of right English maybe, or even a little low and come 2 rails. Yep, 2 rails. That left him a little different type of angle on the 8. I would play it simple. Just shoot the 7s in the side, let the cue ball go 1 rail, and try to shape the ball up the rail.
So you'd have to take the long shot, the long rail shot?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it was going to be he was trying to get the 7 inside and bring the cue ball back 1 rail.
You were thinking 2 rails, weren't you? Okay.
No, 1 rail.
1 rail. So
Yeah,
he was doing what you had
That's
thought.
what I would have tried
Okay.
to do, yes.
Trouble here, though, for James is to shoot over the 9.
Keep it simple, just stop the ball. Nice.
Could be thinking about it a little too much, maybe.
No, he was just uncomfortable with the shot.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, uncomfortable with the shot. But you see, when your opponent is sitting on the hill, that puts a lot of pressure
A
on you.
lot. if you're going to miss, that's the right way to miss it. You think he's going for that bank?
No. No.
Oh,
Getting it down table. And he did. He was trying to keep the cue ball.
gotcha. Separation.
Yeah, get the cue ball on the opposite side of the table as the 8, and
Mhm.
get the 7 down at the other end of the table.
That's another safety strategy, is keep creating that separation.
Mm-hmm. Now he
He's
could play
looking at it.
the 9 here
Mm-hmm.
and just play the 7 ball straight, one rail straight up to the middle of the end table,
Mm-hmm.
and play the 9 at the same time.
The two-way, correct. Caroming off.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Very nice shot.
Thank you, Mark Merriment, for your donation. Good luck in the raffle. And just as you said, you know, with the winner breaking, here's his chance to throw some juice in the game here. He's going to take off and run off with this. Ride that high from sinking the 9. That was a very nice shot.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Great shot. It was the most logical shot to play right there, because it's a two-way shot.
What's logic?
Something I'm still trying to learn.
All right, he did not hit that. He did not hit square on the 1.
And he's losing action from that.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting off to the side a little bit. The worst part here is having to sit there knowing that if he makes that first shot and gets shape on the second ball, it could be the end of the match.
He got a little love, but I want to say that the bank is available. However,
I would
safety.
never play the bank here.
No, I would absolutely
No,
play the safety.
you stick that cue ball right behind that 3, you bank that 1 ball 3 rails out of their down table. And just leave the cue ball right there. There's no why sit and take a chance.
Selling out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's
It doesn't work in anyone's favor.
no.
But, you know, when you're playing,
That's a different story.
yeah, when you're playing, I don't even, when I'm playing someone, I'll just speak for myself. When I'm playing someone, I don't even think about what they're doing. I don't try to, you know, put too much energy into considering what they're doing or giving it much thought. I'm just waiting patiently when it's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
See that right there? See, he could have ended up leaving the cue ball up here and,
Mhm.
and put that 1 ball all the way down there.
exactly what you said. Just
And so
top
he
shot.
tried to do something with it, which was not
He-
smart.
He gambled.
Yeah. And at this point in the game, you don't want to take
No.
too many gambles.
Don't leave it up to chance.
No.
it's really entertaining to, or intriguing rather, to watch how people play and learn and study and see what they like and see what they don't like. I kind of wish that I had my notebook so I can just write little notes down.
Well, it's a known fact. In order to get your game better, you have to play better.
Oh yeah. You gotta pay your dues.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, and that was a very, very
First time I played.
gutsy shot.
First time I played down in Reno, Nevada.
Oh, this is a fun shot.
Mm.
This is a really
Oh,
fun
yeah.
shot here because he would just draw.
Well, no, he doesn't have to draw nothing. What I'm looking at
He's
is
gonna go off
whether
the rail. Oh,
if there's a separation between the 8 and 9.
it looks like there is, but he would have to hit.
Yeah, he would have to nick the 1 and hit
Yes.
the side of the 8 coming back. And then you got to realize that when you do that, sometimes you can make the ball go that direction, the second ball.
I think he would have to hit the 8 ball a little bit more full, so it wouldn't even have a chance of going into that corner. I think he really has to.
And that's hard to say there.
For me,
I would definitely want to kick that 1 ball out of there and leave that cue ball there in case I missed.
oh, there it is.
Good. Nice shot. Very nicely done.
I was going to say, for me, no matter what, I'm going for that 9.
Yeah, when I was saying when I first played down in Reno, this was many, many years ago. My third match was with against Earl Strickland in a race to 9.
Mm-hmm.
My body never stopped shaking from
Nah, just a little while ago.
but it was the first time I had ever
Played against a pro.
yeah, of that caliber, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I've known Dan Louie for over 30-some years. And
One of my personal favorites.
Dan and I have been friends for a long time, and it took me quite a few years before I beat him in a tournament. But I finally got there.
So again, his break is not, he's not hitting it square, so he's hitting it off angle a little bit.
To tell you the truth, I think if he'd back off on his break and go to a softer break, I think he'd have a much better
Result.
Yes. Yeah, I think he'd have better results. This is an interesting shot here because of the angle of it. Probably I'd put that 1 ball on the end rail. Yep. Very good. He didn't. Yeah, he's got to start. He can still hit the ball, but I mean, he shot the right ball. He just caught the pocket a little bit funny by the tit, so it didn't get behind the 5 and the 9.
And depending on how much of that 1 ball he can see, I'm having a little bit of a struggle to see from where we're sitting, but the carom is there.
Oh yes, the carom is there, but see, even if you make the carom, you got to figure out where that 1 ball is going to go.
Yes.
If you make the carom.
I feel like even if you hit pocket speed on that 1, the carom is still going to take off once it.
You could hit it
Or
fuller with inside English and slide the cue ball sideways instead of letting it come off naturally. Change the area of it a little. Okay. See, now, he made the ball, but he's got a back cut back into the corner, but then he's also got the 9-ball sitting there as well. He has a chance he can play the 9-ball on the side and play the 1-ball in the corner at the same time.
Is that angle there?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I see a safety.
Mm. I think he's going to go for it. Mm-hmm.
And you have to make one of the
exactly. Mm-hmm. I think I would have shot that a little harder, just so if I did miss the one, it wouldn't stay right there at the pocket.
With how many balls are on the table, this is still not a very easy run out.
It is.
It is easy?
That's an easy run out.
Okay.
If he sits and just draws that ball straight back like he usually does, he's very adept at that. He'll draw it all the way back and get shot on the deuce. See?
And
Absolutely.
then you go from the 3 to the 5 to the 6. I feel like you're going back and forth.
Right.
On, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The length of the table.
See, he's not trying to get dead nuts on any of his shots. He's just trying to get a comfortable shot and work it from there. Right now, he's on the hill. His opponent's only 3 games behind. And you never know when one of them's going to sit there and get in stroke, and boom, they run 3 games.
Any mistake is extremely costly at this point.
Yes, extremely.
This is where I was saying that, you know, it's not quite an easy run out because you're going back and forth, back and forth.
Well, that usually when you go back and forth, sometimes it's easier because you play the angles.
Okay.
See, he could play the 3-ball, run the cue ball 2 rails to the center of the table and have a shot on the 4 perfectly, or 5. He went straight down. If he would have went 2 rails, he would have been sitting much better than that. See, now he's got to be careful. He cuts the 4 in the left-hand corner and comes to the back side of the 7, 8, 9, or 7 and 8 to get on the 6, which is dangerous because of how the table rolls.
And there's only a certain window that he can actually be in to get to the 6 the right way. And he...
Yep. He's all right. He got
okay.
there. Yeah, he got there. Good angle.
That was a good angle.
Yeah, he's got a good angle to get back down on the 7.
He doesn't like this because he does want to make the 8 in the same pocket as the 7.
Not necessarily. He can play the 8 up here in this corner as well. It's just he's got a little bit of an angle going away from the 8. So let's see what he's going to do here. Maybe stop it. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a very nice touch on that ball. Now here's a punch shot. Yeah. He was worried about that side pocket.
Yes, he was.
Mm.
This is the point of no return. Mr. James has to make this. I don't see how he could play a safety.
No, in this situation where how the ball's sitting right here, he needs to go for the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's not the worst shot in the world.
So would you hit this with running English?
Just a little right. Yeah, see, to keep it in line to come back straight up. Oh, nice touch. All right, we have a new score of 8-6. We have a match going on here.
Don't forget, folks, your chance to buy raffle tickets pretty much any time. The information is posted within this live stream. You know, come to think of it, I'll have to let Lee know that I've got some goodies. I've got actually plenty of goodies to donate for raffle items from my time traveling and hanging out with the bad boys.
Well, that was not a favorable break there. It's on the high side of the high side of the side pocket with the one. And at least, and it's off the rail just a hair.
I believe what he was doing was coming back around to check to see if he could one rail kick it in.
Let's see, shots like this, we used to do playing one pocket where you shoot to the middle of the table, spin the cue ball back to the ball. This way, when you hit it, the cue ball doesn't stay in line with it. It hits it and then goes back up to the middle of the table. Because he's got other balls down below down there to hide the one behind.
So what's your going rate for lessons?
It's been a while since I've given any lessons. I know Lee wanted some one pocket lessons for me to give him some.
Did he get lucky?
Yes, he did. I believe so. See, the roles can change.
It's not even, remove the word can. Roles do change.
Very true.
All right, he's going airborne for sure.
He's going Air Jordan here.
So the answer to your question, yes, you can jump.
Yeah. I asked him outside when we were during the break. I asked him.
Oh.
That was very, very uncommon to Joe. Joe's a very good jumper. He just caught that ball just a hair bit going over.
look, and he's looking for the cheese, and I
No,
think
it's not a cheese
No?
shot. No, this isn't a cheese shot. What you do is you can sit there and play that one ball off like the 4 ball or 5 ball, and put the cue ball right up against the 9.
I see what you're saying. So basically hiding the cue ball.
So they force them to move the 9 out of the way, otherwise they're going to have ball in hand with a straight-in shot. But the balls are open enough, he should be able to just run down
That's what I was wondering.
to the 4-9 if he wanted.
And with, again, ball in hand, he's a little far away.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what he was thinking there.
Yeah, I would have, if I were going to make that shot, I figured that you'd want to be really close to the 1 and let the, find your angle to come off the rail so you can shoot the 2 into the right corner, right side.
But the power he put behind that ball was just...
It was a weedy stroke.
Yeah,
He ate his Wheaties this morning.
You kind of lost me on that one. I just didn't see any value of that at all.
But you have to treat ball in hand as if it were like a precious gift.
Oh, very much so. Now see, I would shoot the 2 ball over that way and bring the cue ball over this way and play it safe. He's doing the other way. See, the reason I would have gone the other way, he has a better chance of giving him no shot at the ball.
Because there are balls to block.
Right, going that way, there's no balls in the, hardly anything in the way for him.
Mm-hmm.
See, the other way, he had a much better way to go. See, and the other thing here is that the balls are bunched down there. So both players are trying to be a little bit more cautious of taking a wild shot and opening it up.
Correct.
So
Why make it easy for your opponent?
no, Brewer does have a really, really great shot here on that deuce. He could run that deuce in the corner, run the cue ball 1 rail back down, and have the 5-9 combo, 4-9 combo.
No, he's really jacked up on this.
That's it.
He
Yeah.
doesn't have to be. And he's breaking it up
And
right here.
anytime you jack up like that, it's a losing battle. And look what he left.
And he also
But I
gave
don't
it. It's
think,
not easy.
I don't
These
think
are
that
not
9
easy.
is frozen the rail.
No. These shots are not easy.
No, it's not.
He can carry him off of the 2, it looks like, is what he's going for.
Yeah.
And
All right, there's the match.
Congratulations.
We have Joe Tamura, 9, James Brewer at 6. Thank you. Our next match will start in a few minutes.
I have a word with you, Joe. I got a little something for you. Congratulations, brother. I'm really sorry about the scoreboard situation there. I obviously missed one, but I'm busy writing raffle tickets. Why don't you guys go ahead and get warmed up? You got anything to say to your family?
Thanks for watching. Thanks to my snooker club, to all those kicks that I kicked in. You guys taught me that. So, other than that, love you, family. Love your friends. See you next time.
All right. Give it up for the legendary Joe Tamura. Everyone's saying how great your commentary is, Jim Boyce. Come on over here. Let's hear your thoughts on this match, brother.
I put the match just where I thought it was going to go. Joe's game has just been really phenomenal. He's been really on target. And I figured it was going to go just the way it went.
Yeah, well, what do you think of this next match? We've got Sophia Tran.
That should be a good match. I'm looking forward to seeing them play together. I don't know Sophia that well. I'm looking forward. She asked, while we were commentating, she asked me if I could help her out with a little mass A shooting and things, learning that, because I said it's really not as hard as people say. It's just the fundamentals of it. And being conviction into doing what you want to do, stick with it. So
This champion can masse like no other. Nobody knows more about masse than Boyce.
I don't know about that. I think what's his name, Filler or
I'm talking about around here.
well, okay, around here maybe, but that's true.
That's a no-brainer. I don't know if Brewer wants an interview or not, but do you want an interview, brother? Come on over, James Brewer. I know. Get over
I
here.
can't play much worse than that, but hey, thanks to Joe, it's awesome. I enjoyed it. I just didn't get comfortable all night. No excuses. Just didn't play very well at all. You witnessed it.
You looked sexy doing it, though, brother. We really appreciate you coming out here, betting your money, putting on a great show.
I always enjoy it. Hey, even though I lost, I still enjoy it. It's awesome.
You'll be back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You'll be back strong.
Hopefully I can play better next time.
Hey, it's a brutal table. 8-foot tables. You're breaking and running from everywhere.
Well, and it's not even that. It just, I don't know. Right now, I'm just not myself playing pool, Big layoff, the whole COVID thing going on. Like I said, no excuses, though. I came here and I didn't play very well, so that's on me.
You made some great shots. You will be on the highlight reel, my friend.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, we'll get you back on here.